What it do, H-Town, what it do? On today's show, I have some video from Houston Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans on bringing in more talent equals more competition. I also have a video from Azeez Al-Shaair, Houston Texans new middle linebacker, on teaching the rookies what it takes to be great in the NFL. And last but not least, another video from head coach DeMeco Ryans on the cornerback position battle between Jeff Okudah and C.J. Henderson and everybody else opposite Derek Stingley, baby. H-Town, get your listening ears ready, strap up your boots, and let's go.
Hey, Houston fans, I am so happy.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready? I was born for this. Look, every Sunday, whenever we play, I get that text. Are you ready?
Texas!
The pitch. And Altuve hits it in the air pretty deep to left. Carter is back at the wall, leaps, and it is gone! It's gone! How do you like that?
One game at a time.
Green still with it. Gets it back, lets it fly, and got it!
Win on two, 1-2.
Welcome back, H-Town, welcome back. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a few minutes on everything H-Town Sports Debate Show. I'm your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TB, and like always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that notification bell so you can get the latest Houston Texans, Houston Astros, and Houston Rockets news, baby. But on to the first topic, a video from head coach DeMeco Ryans from day 2 of OTAs, but it's the first day they was available to speak with the media, and head coach DeMeco Ryans gave us some nice nuggets, baby. He spoke on adding more competition to this roster. Here's a video from your head coach DeMeco Ryans. Check the video out and tell your boy what you think.
I feel like the more competition you have, the better your team actually gets. So I always speak about iron sharpening iron. So if our guys can really compete against each other and be their absolute best, that's going to make everybody around them better. So I want as much competition as possible. Right, nobody is guaranteed a starting spot. We're not talking starters right now. Just want to see guys go out and compete and be their best. And that's why we've made the moves that we've made to add as much competition to our roster as possible.
Head coach DeMeco Ryans looked locked in for this season. He's all nonsense. He's being the Houston Texans hardo. He's not trying to seem too happy this year. It's not year 1, it's year 2. So it's bigger expectation, and he knows that he has the world of Houston Texans fans on his shoulders. So he has to be focused and locked in on making this a better roster, man. Even when the media try to ask him about the schedule and the primetime games, he kind of blows that off as well. When they ask him about the games, the 3 games in 11 days, he try to blow that off as well. DeMeco Ryans is being the ultimate hardo, and he's trying to be locked in, and he's trying to keep this team locked in, and he's not trying to get too ahead of schedule. DeMeco Ryans right now knows what this schedule is like. It's a first place schedule. It's going to take a lot to be a good team with this schedule. So he's trying to keep his team focused and locked in. But that was a video from your head coach DeMeco Ryans. I also have a video from the new Houston Texans linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair. And that boy right there, I'm telling you, Houston Texans fan, you're going to like him. I definitely like him. I love what he has to say. I like him. I like him in front of the camera. I love this addition to the Houston Texans roster. Check out a video from new Houston Texans middle linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair.
You constantly do the same boring, repetitive thing over, and people try to see like, how do you be great? Like, what does it look like? It looks boring because you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And if you could perfect those little things over and over and over, and you're doing good at that, that's how you become, this great player, because you're just doing the same technique that you were taught from day 1 of OTA. So
that clip from Azeez Al-Shaair says it all. He has the same mentality that he had with the 49ers to the Tennessee Titans to the Houston Texans now, and it was all because of head coach DeMeco Ryans. In his interview, he also said it's like a father-son kind of relationship. DeMeco Ryans gets on his nerves. He gets on DeMeco Ryans' nerves, but it's all love, and everything that he learned, he owes it to head coach DeMeco Ryans. What he learned, the mentality that he has, that he took from San Francisco to Tennessee, back to H-Town, in a system that he already knows, and the same mentality that he's looking to teach these youngsters, man, and show these youngsters what it takes to be successful in the NFL, what it takes to be successful in the DeMeco Ryans defense. He's teaching these guys exactly what they need to be locked and loaded and ready to go from day one when the season starts. I can't wait to get the season started, H-Town. But I also have one last video from head coach DeMeco Ryans on the battle between Jeff Okudah and CJ Henderson and the other cornerbacks. Because I forgot the guy name that they brought from the Patriots they picked up. They put a lot of bodies at that position, but it's going to be a fierce competition. But here's the video of head coach DeMeco Ryans answering the question about the battle between Jeff Okudah and CJ Henderson.
What stood out most to me about Jeff and CJ is you see elite movers, right? You see why these guys were top 5 picks, right? They have the movement skills. They're big, fast, long corners that can run with anybody, right? And they've had some ups and downs in their careers. This is their third team, right? And short careers. But as I told those guys, man, I don't care what happened in the past. You can wipe the slate clean. It really doesn't matter. Like, how can you come out and help us? And they've both they've been here every day of the all-season program, and they've done a great job of being dialed in the meetings and on the field as well. So I'm super excited to work with both guys.
Head coach DeMeco Ryans pretty much think these two guys are top-end talents, which they draft status state they are. They draft status says these guys are top 10 picks. These guys have all the talent in the world to be top 10 picks. But both of these guys are on their third teams. Head coach DeMeco Ryans says he told the guys, don't even worry about that. We starting on a clean slate. No need to worry about that. It's about what you do for this Houston Texans team. And these guys are going out, competing in OTAs, competing in the weight room, competing all around since they got signed to the Houston Texans. And head coach DeMeco Ryans is pleased with the progress that these guys have been doing in his defense, or that these guys been stepping up to in his defense. So I'm liking the competition that Nick Caserio and head coach DeMeco Ryans is bringing in. I don't know. Maybe they need to go add a couple of more pieces, another safety. It's still some good guys out there, even some good guys at the cornerback position. But maybe this competition, maybe one of these guys could stand up and be somewhat a third overall pick or a top 10 pick like they was drafted. Maybe these guys can play to a Steven Nelson level or better, because the guys have more natural talent than Steven Nelson. But sometimes it took Steven Nelson a while. He didn't just kick into gear. It took him a few teams to get it right too. And I believe Steven Nelson was a 3rd round pick. But these guys both were top 10 picks, and they have top 10 talents. But I love what the Houston Texans are doing. They trying to throw something at the wall and see if it sticks opposite Derek Stingley. And maybe it will with 2 top 10 talents. But H-Town, I'm your Dreadhead host, Hot Topic TB. It's been real chopping it up with you guys, and peace.
Texas!
Put some respect on our name.